All right. Yes, we are live. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the live hangout today. I'm excited. Gabe Strom, good to have you with us here today. Excited for a lot of reasons for today's hangout. This is a rare occasion for our top secret group where we have all of our leadership team on here. And let me mute myself. It never fails, man. I've been doing this for like years. I never always forget to hit the mute button on the hangout. But hey, I'm joined with Grant Dunn, Devon, Mahdi, Zach Young are in the house. How you guys doing, man?
Doing well. Fired up. It's a nice day outside, man. Get your blood going.
Yeah. If any guys want to go swimming or on a like whitewater rafting, we're supposed to have like 6 to 8 inches worth of rain. The river down below our home. There could be some crazy flooding and stuff. So we're kind of sweating bullets. We're praying that God is gonna not wash the house away. And yeah. So other than that, it's awesome.
Other than that, it's all good in Youngtown, man. So.
All good, bro.
Well, hey, I want to say what's up to a couple people. I see you guys in chat. Denise Miller, hello. Melody, Bob Hughes, Olivia Steele. I see you guys in chat. So as always, I'll be watching the chat box for those of you that are on live. Cindy Rooney, what's up, Cindy? Good to see you. Bob Hughes says he's got 3 to 6 of snow for us tonight. Where are you guys coming in from? Go ahead and post in the chat where you guys are from. Bob, I forget where you're at in the country, but yeah, man. Well, Zach, I'm excited, dude. It's been a while since we've had the whole family on for some family talk. We've got some new things shaking and 3 big announcements actually today. So before we do that, Cindy had sent me a link to the leaderboard. So do you want to take maybe 2 minutes real quick here and just recognize some people, and then we'll jump into some of the cool new stuff coming down the pipe?
Yeah, recognizing the leader is the best part of this thing, man. Cool. Leaderboard.
Well, let me flip over here. Let me know.
Oh, Dallas Fort Worth, Jason Ross, go Cowboys. Wasn't there Jason Ross that got drafted last? Is that fast wide receiver that like broke the 40-yard dash record?
Oh, man, you're asking the wrong person, dude.
Can you verify that? Is that Jason Ross on the hangout with us? The fastest man alive. Oh my goodness. We're moving on up here.
Welcome, Jason. Cool, man. Can you see my screen, dude?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, I'll do this real quick here. We've got a couple people moving up in the leaderboard. I see Marion Young jumped into the 1K club. Generation Young, I see you on Facebook, brother. So congratulations. And I see 2 new members in the 5K club, CC Compton, taking action, taking names, and David Slack. Also, man, jumping up in the leaderboard. So nice work. Grant, you can probably speak to this, man. Once you make your first 5K, what do you do next, brother?
Well, it gets a lot easier to make your next 100K. That's for sure.
There you go. Rinse and repeat, right?
That's right. Rinse and repeat.
So cool, man. Well, congratulations, guys. And one other name that jumped out, and another sleeper in the group here, Henry Rowe, has jumped into the 150K club. So congratulations, Henry. Same thing, Grant. What happens once you hit 150, bro? What do you do from there?
Well, making your first million, it gets a lot easier too. Rinse and repeat.
Rinse and repeat, man. You got it, brother. So cool, man. Well, congratulations to all you guys. I see a lot of names on here that are familiar faces. Jennifer Riccardi, Justin Trump, Raul and Elizabeth Garcia. A lot of you guys, Amber Hallowell, are just knocking at the door here for the $250,000 club and $500,000 club and some cool stuff. So cool, man. Well, congratulations to all you guys. Zach, it's pretty cool, man, in the home business industry when we see people succeeding like this, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, majority of the people in our group do with that survey we took. So it's a blessing. That's why we do what we do. And, you know, we're all here because we're like-minded, but we're also here to make money. So it's cool that we have experts in the group like Grant, Devon, others that can really pour in to the community to help everyone succeed, because there's more than enough to go around for all of us. So it's awesome. Congratulations, leaderboard peeps.
Yeah, man.
Way to go.
No, nice work, everyone. It's a big deal because that's just not just money on a leaderboard, but that's for your family. And so we know what that means for your family. When you can learn to make $100,000 in sales working from home, and you can learn to run healthy profit margins, you can create time freedom for yourself, which is what all of us have done here, and what a lot of people in the group have done as well. So cool, man. Zach, this is kind of rare, dude. It's rare to have all us on here, dude. You ready to talk through some big announcements? Our group's never lacking surprises, I've learned.
Yeah, the big stuff. I just, when I was thinking, you know, when we talked about what we're going to be doing this week, I just, big stuff kept coming to mind. So that's why we called it the Big Stuff Hangout. Big stuff, good stuff.
Yeah, man. Well, let me just go through this, guys. We got kind of 3 announcements, and then we'll hang out together, answer questions with you guys. I see all you guys jumping in from chat. Hello from Miami, Henry Rowe, Jason Ross. What's up, guys? So first big announcement. This is one I'm very excited about. And if you guys were on last week's Hangout, at the very end, we leaked it to just a couple of people that were on the Hangouts. I think there was like 25, 30 people that heard that announcement. I don't think most of the group heard that. But we've been working with Grant Dunn to put together a world-class RA training. So this basically came from a request from some of you in the group that said, hey, I'm looking for ways to find fast-turning inventory. I need like an injection of capital in my business. You're doing retail ARB, you're doing online ARB. A lot of people that are doing flips, still struggling with private labels, so haven't quite got that going. They're in that place of their business. What do I do to get a surplus of cash into our business? So we kind of hinted this last week, but our very own Grant Dunn is putting together a brand new retail ARB course to really peel back the curtain of exactly how they built a 7-figure retail ARB business. He's laid out a very thorough basic course, and we also have an advanced course for those of you that want to learn how to scale. And we had Grant on the Hangout a couple of weeks ago talking about where you've gotten to your business, Grant, where you're really have removed yourself from each of the major roles of your business. From shipping, you've removed yourself and hired shippers. From shopping, you've hired shoppers. And then from the back end and support side, you've hired people and really have freed yourself up to focus on new projects and give back and contribute and do some cool things with the group. So Grant, there's a million reasons I'm excited for this. This is going to be a product that we're going to sell to people outside of the group. But of course, the big news for you guys is being members. We love hooking you guys up and keeping you relevant. So this will be a free upgrade to Grant's basic course for everyone in the group as our way to continue to add value and say thanks to you. But Grant, I'm stoked about your course for a lot of reasons. I think the main reason I'm stoked, dude, is the first person sourcing videos that you're doing where you can look over your shoulder, see you scanning, see what's a good deal, see what's not, what's a bad deal, and basically hang out with you at the stores. So give us a little sneak peek, man. What's going on here?
Well, there's going to be at least 3 of those types of videos where we are in the store scanning, picking deals, and then I'm just going to be going over why it's a good deal, why I'm buying it. In the course, I'll be talking about the sources, you know, where we're shopping. But we're really going to take everybody from ground zero, like I don't know anything about Amazon. I don't even know what an Amazon listing is, right? All the way through, you know, buying your first haul from Target or Walmart or wherever that might be, shipping it into FBA, repricing it to sell, and then we're just going to rinse and repeat that process and do that over and over again and really prepare you for the more advanced stuff. But my opinion, I've been thinking about it as I'm creating this course over the last week, and this is really everything that I needed on a silver platter to go from working as a full-time plumber, quitting my job, to work full-time selling on Amazon. The advanced stuff, that's far and beyond, that's kind of like what happened from, quitting my job and going full-time and going into the $1 million selling level. That's what the advanced course is. But otherwise, we're going to prepare people to quit their job if that's what they want to do.
Dude, this is killer, man. You basically laid out the blueprint for how you went from, and I was talking to you, dude, when did you quit your job? How long ago was that, just for the record?
In August, it'll be 2 full years.
Okay, so coming up on 2 full years.
Yeah, so 2015.
Yep, and you started with no experience on Amazon. You just started doing retail ARB back when Zach was teaching the stuff in the early days. And so this is going to be soup to nuts, A to Z, what you wish you would have known if you were starting over again from scratch today. That's pretty cool, man.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
Cool, dude. Well, that's big. Who's pumped up about that? This is going to be an injector for any of you, and for people that are, if you're brand new, this will be great. I know Grant's pumped up, but even if you're a veteran seller, this is a system, guys, that you could turn over to a VA or turn over to a shopper to do the shopping for you, and you can build the system. Grant, I want to just talk about that real quick. And then I want to chat with Devon and Zach too. But what have you done to free yourself up, man? Because you used to be, a lot of people say retail arb, I wanted to do flips in OA because I got sick of doing retail arb. But you've got shoppers out there doing that. So what's the key to systematizing that?
I mean, I think what really helped everything down, like writing all the steps down on paper, or actually in a Google Sheet. I actually have this Google Sheet with all of the different departments, which really is buy, ship, sell, and reprice, right? Those 3 departments, I've got every job that is required to be done in each of those departments, and then I'm almost done writing out a full description of what each piece of that job of that department is supposed to be doing. So, and I remember Gabe and Zach, they really were kind of, especially Gabe, just pounding it into me, systems and processes. People fail, but systems won't. And so that's what I've done. I mean, if I turned my camera around, you'd see that I've got my shipping processes and procedures list put on this pin board up here, so that if there's ever a question on how this job is done, I think Charles knows how to do it, but it's written right there for his reference. So that's really what we did. And so first I replaced myself in the shipping department because that's time consuming, and it's probably the easiest thing to teach somebody to do, because it's the same thing over and over and over again, right? And then next I just hired a couple of shoppers and taught them how to scan. And honestly, it was cool because and a lot of it had to do with just working so hard and scanning so many items for so long. I was surprised how quickly I was able to teach somebody how to do this job. Because when you're brand new and you don't have anybody kind of with you, walking you through the processes and teaching you how to analyze stuff and what everything means, you kind of Devon knows, you figure it out kind of as you go. And what will happen is you have these revelations. You're like, oh no, I didn't realize that. I wish I would have known that for the last 6 months. Maybe it was something about the Keepa graph and how to analyze that. So once you kind of get through all those barriers of truly understanding the Amazon catalog and how to use Keepa, how to use a scanning app, and really efficiently and make very quick decisions, then it's really easy to start teaching other people how to do it, and they catch on really fast. So I was able to teach my brother in like a week, and he's out spending $1,000, $2,000 a day. I wish I had somebody to walk me through that and show me how to do this business in a week. Because it took a lot longer than that. Yeah, you basically shortcutted 2 years of learning experiences into something that someone really realistically could go in and implement. Do your first sourcing trip as soon as that first day. I know we've broken this course into really bite-sized pieces so people can learn this stuff efficiently. But what I'm hearing you say about systems, and hopefully you guys picked up on that key. If you're still doing the work in your business and you're you're kind of you're doing the work and you're trying to manage all the pieces and you're doing everything in your business, in order to remove yourself, systems and processes. So Grant, this is a little preview for the advanced course, but what are those systems and processes, things that you've got in the advanced course that will show people how to hire, how to scale, and what that looks like? Yeah, I'm gonna teach everybody everything that I can possibly think of. Like as I'm creating the basic course, when I think of something like, oh, that was a key point in me taking it to the next level, I go over to my notes and I write that down under the advanced course so that I don't forget to make sure that it's in there. So cool, man. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, dude, I'm excited, man. Well, guys, this is kind of our gift to you, our spring gift to you. Who's pumped up about this, man? This is a response to you in the group. A lot of you that want to know, how do I inject fast capital into my business? And lots of seven-figure sellers that I've talked to do all aspects of the business. They have a retail ARB team. They have an online ARB team. But they don't ignore the retail. So Grant, why is it important not to ignore the retail arbitrage? I know you guys are selling stuff real fast. Tell me about that.
I mean, retail arbitrage, even a little bit of online arbitrage, has kind of pushed us into other strategies. I mean, retail arbitrage has been good for me because it's taught me the Amazon catalog. It's taught me every category within Amazon and kind of, understanding rank and profit and loss and stuff like that. It's almost second nature now because I've analyzed so many products through scanning on the road. So I would say it kind of set me up for success too, like stepping into like online arbitrage, other than figuring out how to use like maybe, a software to scrape sites or how to analyze or to, go buy a sourcing list or something like that. In regards to making a good decision, I've kind of figured all that out now. And that's the biggest part of this business, is knowing what to buy, what not to buy, and how many to buy of that unit. So,
yeah, man. Cool, dude. Well, let me just answer one question from the group, and then I know we got 2 other big announcements today. This is just part 1 of the goodness today, guys. We're gonna have we got more good stuff coming. There was a question about is it free for members? So here's the deal, guys. If you're as active members, we're hooking you guys up. You're getting free access to this. This will be a new product in the members area, in the Seller Secrets members area. So it'll just be a new product. We'll have you sign up for it. That way it'll unlock the product for you and the system will work. We'll give you some kind of a coupon, a code or something. One thing I'll say though, guys, Grant has poured his heart and soul and life and blood and tears and family into this training. So I want you to pretend like you're paying $5,000 or $10,000 to learn the information in the course. And I want you to mentally, make a $10,000 investment. And instead of paying for the basic course, which we will give you, invest that money into your business. And so Grant, I know this is one question people get is how much startup capital? I mean, I'm just going to set the bar and, at some place, but what kind of startup capital can people start with on this course with Retail Arb?
I mean, if you've never done any FBA yet and you don't even have any of the shipping equipment, you're going to need a couple $100s just for that. And then I would say with a few $100s to start sourcing, that'd get you, kind of a good jump. Everybody's situation is different. I mean, if I would say if you have a credit card and you're comfortable, using $1,000, then start out with $1,000, buy the equipment that you need, and then spend the difference on inventory. Otherwise, I think if you have a couple $100s to go out there and do your first few shopping trips, that's enough to get started, and then you can just snowball that cash.
Yeah, man. Well, the key here is prosper where you're planted. Whatever your inventory budget is, if you're balling on a budget, $500 a month, $1,000 a month, if you're spending $1,000 a day like Grant's doing, just come prepared to invest in yourself. And that's the nice thing. Now, last question, Grant. How fast are you guys turning your retail arbitrage stuff? Because this is a really unique thing about your business, dude. How fast are you guys selling? When you do a haul on a Monday, how fast is that stuff turning for you?
It's hard to go off of like a certain type of haul, but I would say, of our overall inventory, like if you were to take a snapshot of my inventory today and then look at the last 30 days of how much I have in sales, we're selling roughly about 65% of our inventory per month. But then we're replenishing that 65% as well. So.
Okay. Well, I just got to ask Devon, let me put that in perspective, brother. How does that compare 65% sell-through rate versus some of the OA stuff that you guys are doing?
So let's see, traditionally, I would probably say I turn about 40% of my inventory a month, but recently it's been higher, more like 50% per month, and it's kind of a mix, RA and OA.
Okay.
But yeah, that's a very high, Grant be getting that fast turn of inventory. And honestly, that's what you want. And you guys, if Grant shows you the $25 bag of chips, you better believe people buy a bag of chips for $25.
No kidding.
Maybe not you or me. Kim Kardashian gonna buy them chips.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious.
Funny.
All right, man. Well, Zach, what do you think, dude? What's your?
I think it's awesome, Gabe. And we'll get into this in a little bit. Just the whole vision we had a while back on, just having an expert in RA, expert in OA, expert in flips, just so like really, because I think all of us on here would agree, every sourcing model has pros and cons to it. Like there's no 100% perfect, awesome, this is it, you don't need to do anything else type sourcing method. But I 100% agree, and the proof is in the pudding. I mean, I think if people have a limited budget and they want to increase that as fast as possible and get some capital to put into their business, there's no doubt in my mind that retail arbitrage is the best way to do it. Because Grant just said, he's going to be teaching you how to find stuff that turns 60% turn rate. Whereas opposed to the last sourcing method that we shared with you, which I believe works. We have a lot of members in our group that are saying it works with the flips. We're doing good to turn 25 to 30% of our inventory. Now, the benefit I like of it is I don't have to go out to stores, which eventually Grant will show you all how to train people to do that, so you don't have to either. But initially, if you have a very limited budget and you can't hire someone to go out and do it, but you're wanting to make money as fast as possible, you either got to like sit back and do OA or flips, and your money's going to grow slower, but at least you don't have to leave the comfort of your home. Or if you're all up for just getting after it and making your money, and you don't care if people are watching you on aisles as you're scanning stuff, or employees might be giving you funny looks and all these things that go through your mind, like, what are people going to think of me when I'm doing RA? It just feels weird. If you can push through all that, you're going to make a lot of money a lot faster with that method. So that is one thing I love about retail arbitrage. And you can go to the store, get it today, ship it in today. It's a lot slower turn time all the way through. So I'm excited, man. I know Grant has crushed it. Once again, proof's in the pudding, 7-figure RA business. So I'm excited for everyone in here. So I just say, sink your teeth in. If you need to make a lot of money quickly, or if you want to make RA your business model, I would go after that. I would encourage people, like, one thing we don't want people doing, like, we're going to be training you in all these different areas, but like, we don't want you thinking you got to do 4 or 5 things at once. It's like, if you're new, it's like, well, we just did flips. We need to be doing flips, and now we need to be doing RA and OA, and you haven't learned any of them. And you're like, our goal is not to confuse everyone and overwhelm you with all the different things you can do. Like, my recommendation would be, just see where you're at, see where your needs are at in your life, and your willingness to what are you willing to do to get to where you want to be? Are you willing to have people give you funny looks in aisles to make money faster? Okay. If you are, and you can answer yes to that question, then you need to sink into RA. If you don't have time to go to stores because you have a busy work schedule, and you're cool with growing your cash flow a little slower, then maybe do flips or OA. Okay. So really, I don't think there's any cookie cutter answer with any sourcing method. And that's the awesome thing about Amazon. You can see what's unique to you. And I would encourage you all, once you find a sourcing method that you think would be a good fit with where you're at in life, lock down on that one sourcing method. And then once you have it automated and systematized, as Grant will teach you, down the road with the advanced course, if you decide to do RA, then maybe look at adding other methods on. So that's how, we've all done it. And so yeah, I'm pumped, man. I know you all are going to get a tremendous amount of value. I think it's cool that we get to hook up our members for free again, just a massive added value on the basic course. And as Grant stated, I mean, this is a course where if you all want to go all out with RA, like, you can learn how to start small, scale up. And if you want to leave your job that you have now or make X amount a month, like, you'll learn how to do that in the basic training. Okay. So that will get you into full-time Amazon seller. And then the advanced down the road is going to be when you're ready to make millions, like Grant is doing the RA and sells, then you'll have the advanced course. You can go, okay, I want to keep down this road. I want to show people how to do it. So it's exciting, man. If you can't tell, I get pumped up about it. And I see all the messages come in here. You are spoiling us. I just love you all. God bless you. The course will be great. So I think our members agree. They're pretty excited about it. So.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it'll be good to get just back to basics and just cover some of the, get back to basics of what works. And that's Amazon's a big place. There's so much opportunity. Good night. I mean, Grant, you can't, you can't scan everything, and you guys run into budget limits just like everybody does. But cool, man. Well, I'm excited for that. Guys, Grant, Raul says Grant is a great teacher. I know Raul's got to coach with Grant personally. And he's had tremendous results in their life from that. Those guys are in a way different place, just applying what Grant teaches. So the proof's in the pudding. What Zach teaches, what Grant teaches. We have this generational effect of success in our group, which a wise mentor told me a long time ago, that success leaves clues. So you want to pay attention to these things, guys. I'll be trying to drop them on these Hangouts for you guys all. But so cool. Well, I'm excited. Grant, that's coming out. TBA on that, guys. Our goal is in May 2017. So next month, we're hustling in production to get these to you guys so we can get you guys out. Everything that you guys will notice on Amazon runs in seasons. And so one of our goals as a leadership team, guys, and this kind of goes into our second big announcement, is to empower you and set you up for success. And now, going into the summer months, a lot of Amazon sellers, kind of check out or do whatever. So now is the time to be planting seeds and preparing for the harvest that you're going to reap in Q4. And I know Devon and Grant already have plans for Q4 because we talk about it on our leadership mastermind, and we may or may not have them sharing pieces of that with you guys. But now's the time to plan for that stuff. So it's a time to sow seeds and invest in your business. And Zach, that leads us to big announcement number 2, man. So keep an eye on y'all's. We'll announce in the group when we have the new course to release in the site, and then you guys can go sign up for it and dive into that stuff. And Grant, I'm super excited for your deep dive, dude. This will probably be the most thorough, like, here's exactly how to do retail ARB deep dive. And we've had a lot of great RA stuff in the course, but nothing like what you've put together. So yeah, appreciate you, man. And we'll have to, I know you're gonna be busy in the studio for the next couple of weeks banging out videos, but yeah, just pumped up, dude.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
All right, dude. Y'all ready for announcement number 2? Who's pumped up for announcement number 2, guys? This is like this is gonna be an emotional hangout for me, maybe today. I'm just gonna put that out there, guys. I'm gonna be authentic with you. Big announcement number 2, guys. For those of you that were in Memphis, Tennessee, on March 17, 18, and 19, 2016, I had it on my wall right here, and saw the Seller Summit 1 and witnessed the magic that happened with Sam Crowley, and the power of when a group comes together, united in an event. You guys asked for a part 2, and you're going to get a part 2. So we have one thing we're going to do different from last year. I learned the hard way, guys. Please don't ever try and put an event on by yourself. Just a little words of some words of advice. This was my that was a mistake that I made. So we hired an amazing world-class event coordinator. Her name's Karen. You guys are going to see her because I'm going to sing her praises till the end of the earth. She's worked with Tony Robbins. She was a referral from Sam Crowley, and she's actually doing some work with Sam in some of his events this year. And I've had extensive conversations with her and feel totally at peace with having her run and creating an amazing experience for us at Seller Summit 2.
Yes.
So here's the update, guys. The event coordinators are in place. We're looking for a venue. Okay, we've got it narrowed down to 2 or 3 cities here in the U.S. towards the middle part of the country, and just benchmark and save the date for the beginning of September is when we're shooting for. And one of the keys to planning a successful event is we got to stay a little bit flexible as we're finding venues so we can make sure we get good deals for everybody. So we're looking for an awesome place. And we can get good, easy to fly into and get good deals for you guys for the hotels. But we're going to have Seller Summit 2, and we'll have updates in the group in the near future for that. And we'll have tickets and pre-ticket sales, and you guys will get the hookup in the group for being members just like last year as well. So excited. Grant and Devon, dude, I know live events you guys have plugged into live events this year. They're life-changing, dude. Raul Garcia stood up at the last summit and made a declaration, and look at his life. We've seen the power. What are you thinking, man?
I think it's going to be awesome. I mean, I hear what you're saying. You said that it was so difficult to put on the last event, but it went off with a bang, man. It was awesome. I was thoroughly impressed. I was actually overly impressed. It was more than I expected. So this year I'm excited because we've been talking about it, and the focus, we're really going to pour into the content. That's going to be the #1 focus is. And not that wasn't what we did last event. We poured it on in the last event as well. But yeah, it's going to be killer. I'm really excited about meeting everybody out there and just having that opportunity to share and pour into everybody else's life and business. So it's going to be good.
Yeah, 1.0, I agree. Went off better than I could have imagined. I'm just sharing with you guys from behind the scenes. I think this year we're going to turn it up a couple notches, and I got some special stuff planned. Live events are transformational, man. I know, Zach, that's how you and I first met years ago. All the major quantum shifts that I've experienced as an entrepreneur have always come from live events, masterminds, just getting around like-minded people that are thinking at a different level, because it takes, I forget what the quote is, but your current level of thinking has gotten to you the current results. In order to change your results, you got to change your thinking. And the best way to do that is to hang out with successful people and learn how they think. So who's pumped up for Seller Summit 2? I see some yeses in the chat, man.
Bob Hughes says, here's my credit card for my tickets. That was a great event.
Put it in the chat.
Shut up and take my money. All right. Yeah. That was a great event. Looking forward to it. Yeah. I agree. You know, Gabe really like ramrodded the event last year as far as, you know, coordinating it, putting together. I helped, you know, begrudgingly at times, but, you know, that really, a lot of that was his vision, and it did go off with a bang. I think it was life-changing, and I think everyone that was there in that room would agree how big of an impact that had in their lives. So I can only imagine, you know, not to say Gabe's still going to be involved in the planning for number 2. He's just not going to be on the front line. He'll be kind of orchestrating with the person on the front line. And so that can be taken off his plate so he can pour more into the group, because that can be a full time job in itself. Any of you all who have done event planning know that you could do that year round, even for one event on planning one. So it's pretty wild, but that's exciting stuff.
It's a labor of love. So I'll get to spend time in my Genius Zone more designing the experience for you guys. And cool. Then I'm not a details person, so I'll get to turn over the details and the nitty-gritty surprises to Karen and let her do her magic. But that's one of our big shifts. We've had a lot of talks internally, guys, of just staying in your Genius Zone and figuring out what are you the best in the world at, what's your gift, what's your talent, and learning how to build teams around you to do the stuff that you hate to do. And if you look at each of these gentlemen that's on this leadership team, and we're going to talk about the third announcement just quickly here, there's a key to all that stuff. Each of us in some way, shape, or form have learned how to tap into that. And it's a process that we're all learning. So I think each of us would agree that's a refining process. But anyways, that's planting seeds, guys. You got to pay attention to that. So Zach, Seller Summit 2, man, you guys are pumped up. We'll have we'll let you guys know first. We'll do early bird tickets and give you guys first dibs. We'll have some special meet and greet sessions and some cool things. And I'm not even going to leak the location. It could be in a city near you. You guys will have to just wait and see till we release that. So cool, man.
Anywhere.
All right, dude. Well, guys, this third announcement, it's a bittersweet. I just got to be. I mean, I don't know how else to put it, man. About a year ago, and I want you guys to pay attention. This, by the way. Everything we talk about as a family here, obviously it stays as a family, so don't, share this information on these Hangouts outside the group. But about a year ago, God gave us the vision as Zach and I were building this group for a faculty of Amazon sellers and really a faculty of experts in all areas of digital marketing. So growing even beyond Amazon. But we felt called to this Amazon space for specific reasons. And so that was about a year ago. We said, what would it look like to move from a one guru model to a multi-guru model where, someone who's an expert in retail arb can champion that part, and someone who's an expert in online arbitrage and flips and wholesale and liquidation and private labels. So I don't know how else to say this, guys, but our run, and I'll let Zach tell some of the backstory of how the Zach and Nat's top secret Amazon group version 2.0 began, but guys,
right off the tongue, doesn't it?
Yeah, I want to hear this backstory, but just to nip the elephant in the room, guys, our fearless leader Zach Young has decided to step aside from our leadership team to focus on his Amazon business and his family. And so we are rebranding. Our group name will be changing, and Zach and Nat will be living in legacy, but will no longer be living in the world's longest Facebook group name in the Amazon community ever in the world. It's kind of hilarious, actually, how far we've gotten.
It was a joke. It really was. Yeah, I don't know if you want me to go into that, but well, first I'll say, catch what Gabe said. He said, I'm stepping aside, okay? And we'll share the vision of what that means and how that really is going to benefit everyone in the group, all right? So I'm not like disappearing. I'm not falling off the face of the earth. I'm still going to be here. I'm still selling on Amazon. But, really what Gabe just said, our whole vision for the not just one guru model, if you think about it, like practically and logically, unless you're Jesus, right, which I'm not, I can't teach all things to all people. I can't become an expert at PL and wholesale and liquidation and RA and OA and just the 7 or 8 different models you can do and teach everyone 100% fully, in all those areas. It's just not possible for one person to do all that, right? So, our vision was like, if we get one guy that is just crushing it with RA, and that's his vision and that's his model, and like that's his life. He breathes it in, day out. He's out on the front lines. That's his experience. That's what he's doing. Like, who would you rather learn from? Just comment in the chat. You want one dude that knows 50 different things? That's like what is it? The jack of all trades, but master of none, right? Yeah. You want one dude like that trying to teach you everything he knows, which might be limited, or would you rather have, one person here teaching you in their field, one person here teaching in their field? So I think I know the answer. I mean, it's kind of a rhetorical question, but that's really the vision. So it's just like, and the thing that is awesome about this that really makes me happy, Gabe, you and I have talked, like, I think the true essence of a strong leader is like, you want to see the people that you're pouring into go far beyond you, and like you want them to be able to stand on your shoulders and go further than you were ever able to do. So like Grant and Devon were in this group at inception, You know, they got in with the drop shipping stuff and all the little things, you know, we were trying in the beginning, and we all learned together and grew together. And I was kind of a catalyst to help them get going in this direction. Now, did they learn everything they know from Zach? No. Yeah, you know, I don't think all of us have learned everything we know from just one person, which again goes back to the point I'm trying to make. Yeah, you know, they've networked, they've met other people in the space. Same with Gary and Kimberly Ray. Same with Gay Lisby. You know, so a lot of members were in Inception with me. So like to see Grant become an expert in one area that he's absolutely crushing it with, Devon in an area that he's crushing it with, and to see, you know, these people raise up and just like take the torch and, you know, just be like, we're going to pour into you guys in this area. I think it's amazing, right? So it's awesome. So back to Inception. Okay. So this group was originally formed because I came out of the MLM network marketing space. I was sick of being like in the top 3% and having 97% of my teams fail, not know how to get it. And when I grasped onto Amazon FBA and I saw the model and I like, you know, we ain't gonna have to do any home parties. People aren't gonna have to do three-way calls. You're not gonna have to do recruiting. You don't have to become a master marketer. Like we can go find something and buy it low and sell it high. Anyone can do that. Okay. So, you know, I made this little group, you know, and then we had like around 50 people that joined the group. And I was gonna say, you know, at the time I was getting into private label and I was like, if you guys can help me out with reviews, you know, not illegitimate, false, phony reviews, but like if you'll test the products I'm making, give reviews, help me get some love on these products so I can get them ranked and selling, then, you know, I'll teach you guys what I know. Okay. So that's really kind of how it formed. So I never set out to be like Mr. Guru, you know, I'm going to grow this big massive group. I'm going to be the man. And so it's just like, I did like, let's just call it Zach's top secret Amazon group or something, just silly, you know? And then, you know, my wife, like she's right there with me and, you know, I can't do anything without her. So I was like, I need to add Natalie in. So it's like Zach and so we had that group and I think Gabe and I connected some point in there. And then we made Zach and Nat's top secret Amazon group version 2.0. So, you know, I wasn't thinking of like putting that in a URL on a website, you know, it was just kind of a funny thing. And Gabe's like, hey, can we get together and like do this YouTube video? And, you know, can I interview you and put you on a podcast? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Let's, you know, whatever. I'm selling on Amazon, you know, I'm making a lot of money. If we want to partner up and help more people, that's cool. You can do your marketing stuff. So we do this video and it's like God's hand just touches it. And I think to date, it has like 60 or 70,000 views and most of it's organic. That's where a majority of you all have came into this group, came from that video. Right. And so once again, you know, the vision really never was for like, Zach just didn't sit down one day and he's like, I'm going to become expert guru. I'm going to learn every single thing about Amazon and I'm going to like make millions and just bring millions of people into this thing and be the man. Okay. It wasn't anything like that. It's like, I have these people with me that have been with me in network marketing. I've seen them failing. I want to help them. They can help me with my private label. You know, we can all work together. And then as Gabe stated, at some point in time in that journey, it's like, you know, there's no way Zach can teach everything to all people. You know, we got to have a faculty model. We got to get experts together, people who know what they're doing in these certain areas and let them run with it because they're going to take this group way further than just one person can when you have a group and team approach. So anyway, yeah. So Gabe, what's it going to be? It's no longer Zach and Nat's top secret Amazon. You see, I can't even remember it. Top secret Amazon group version 2.0. It's just top secret Amazon group now or what?
Well, let me just piggyback on that story because so to finish that story, you know, we partnered up in this little group, this little Facebook group. God continued to keep his hand on it and breathe life into it. And it has grown into this thriving community. And, you know, the calling for last year's summit, guys, I don't know, like, you know, Zach, well, we've talked about this. I don't know where the idea for that came from. It just felt like the right thing to do. Like, let's get together off the internet and let's bring the community live face to face. And when we did that, something changed in our community. And we shifted from, I mean, people were at this event. I don't know if you guys remember. And it's like, are you a member of the group? And we have like testimonial videos and people, everyone says a different name for the group because we have this like crazy long name that nobody knows which top secret group are you a member of, you know? But we've grown, man. This little community has grown. You know, we've got a group of 500 people on Facebook. And, you know, there was 115 people that were in Memphis last year. And I expect we'll have that and more at Seller Summit this year. We're going to have an opportunity for you guys to bring a friend and introduce people to this community, loved ones ones that you think could benefit from learning this skill and being on this journey as sellers with us. And then everything else that you guys know, we always have your back. We're always looking for new ways to make money. And, I've got plans to dive into merch for you guys and domestic private label and things like that will come in the right time. But right now it's just a season to get back to basics. So Zach, I want to kind of put a bow tie on all that. So we kind of don't know. I mean, the new name, we're gonna drop the Zach and Nats. We'll have the top secret Amazon group version 3.0, and 3.0. I think of this as kind of like the crossbars of, if you think of the cross, there's like a top-down thing going on, but then you've got the people side to side connecting. And so that's the new vision for the group and what will become in the future. I'm sure there may be other name changes and things that will happen in the group as we grow and become what God has called our community to be. And Zach and Grant and Devon and myself, we're all, just prayed to be obedient to that. And how does God want to shine his glory through our group? And, whatever else he's called us here to do. And we believe he's assembled us as a team for a reason. And so we're just being obedient with that and, loving this journey too. So our group's grown beyond that, Zach, I think is the point from this top secret Amazon group to this community. And it's amazing. So.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So let me just clarify some questions, man. You're stepping aside. So does that mean you're going away for good? Are you guys going on vacation? One thing I've asked Zach, guys, is to stick around, and we've assembled an advisory board. This is a new thing we're doing this year. This is a board of really smart, wealthy, wise people that we know that can pour into us as leadership. So it's, and I'd encourage you guys to do the same thing in your business too. If you don't have an advisory board, it's just an unofficial thing of people that we can call with questions and get feedback. So Zach, you're going to stick around. You've agreed to be on the advisory board. I know you're going to stay in the group. Are you guys going on vacation? Or are you still going to be active in the group with us here, but more from the seller side, the seller ranks rather than the leadership ranks?
Well, a few things are going on. We have 7 children at home. We don't know what the future holds with their schooling. We've toyed around with the idea of homeschooling. So try having 7 children at home and getting a lot of work done. Sometimes that can be difficult. They all are going to be home for the summer. So if you all have known the past few years you've been in the group, you'll notice when summer comes around, I'm usually not in the group as much just because all my children are home. So, that's something that's going to be happening. And I think we are taking a family trip to California, Gabe. It'll be the first vacation we've taken as a family, I think in like 2 years or so, since Natalie had the baby and had been pregnant. Like, I think Memphis was the last big travel trip, but like this will be like just specifically vacation, family, recreation, focus on family time. There's like not going to be any business stuff attached to it. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm going to be in the group. I'm going to be engaged. If I come across stuff I see helping me in my business, I'm going to share. I'm still going to be answering people's questions. Like, I love everyone in this community, and I want nothing more than everyone to succeed in the community. And, Gabe and I love each other. I love Grant, Devon. We all have a good relationship. Like, there hasn't been any button of heads or falling out or like, this is just horrible. Like, it's nothing like that. It's really, I think it's the best, as Gabe said, like, we're following the lead of God. We're all trying to seek after God and hear his heart on this. And I really think it's going to help enhance everyone's business. I think it's going to increase everyone's bottom line because you're going to continue to have more leaders step up in their specialty and pour into the group in those areas instead of one guy trying to run the show. So I think it'll be awesome. So yeah, I'm still going to be around, man.
So you're going to be around, just going to we're shifting roles, man. We're just, this is what happens in entrepreneurship. You get to be flexible and businesses grow, and this is how it goes. So I just want to say, man, in front of everybody, Zach, I can't tell you how grateful I am for your friendship and your leadership. And from on a personal level and on a professional level as partners these past 2 years, you've been a huge blessing to me and Sarah's life. And I know for all of us in the group, I think I'm speaking for everybody. You've been just a huge blessing, man. And you have a generous heart, and I know you've a lot of the stuff that you do for the group is more of a contribution for you. It's a lot easier for you just to slang on Amazon and a lot less hassle. And Grant knows this and as well. But I'm just grateful for you, man. So it's kind of big news, guys. It's bittersweet for the group. I know you're going to be around, Zach, and we've you've agreed to stick on, and you'll be on occasional webinars and things that you're learning and things that are going on. But it just won't be the Zach Attack show all the time anymore. And it's going to create, I think what's going to happen though, is that's going to create room for the new leadership to step up. So Zach, one thing, can you Yeah, what do you think about Grant and Devon? I know you've got to see both of these guys grow their business and mature as leaders in the past couple of years, but we've had a lot of intentional questions, and we've had a lot of nights praying of who does God want to be here? Who does he want to lead this community? So you've got to see it from the other side, man. So what have you seen in that perspective?
Well, honestly, I mean, their hearts is probably the first thing. Like they have the right heart. They're passionate about the people. They love the people in the group. They want to see others succeed. So like, that's the most important thing. But secondly, like, they know how to make money, and people are in this group. They're in this business to learn how to make money. Okay. And they know how to do it. And they're great teachers and they're great trainers, and they know how to teach people and train people on how to do that. So, and honestly, I'll just say this in front of everyone. They could probably run circles around me on the knowledge and some of the ninja secrets and stuff they know doing OA and RA. Okay. So you're already going to be getting a big upgrade there on the skill set and a lot of the things they're using in their business that I don't know anything about. And, I remember, and Grant, you probably remember this, like, so when I was training and teaching, and even when I was making multiple six figures on Amazon, like, and I was teaching what I learned as I was going along, I think it was you, Grant. You're like, are you using Keepa? Like, are you looking at Keepa chart? Can I'm like, what are you talking about, Grant? What is a Keepa? Is it like Keeper? Are you saying keeper or what? And he's like, no, Keepa. So, it's like these guys taught me in this journey we've already been on, probably more than they know. It's just like, I don't know what half this stuff is. And so, yeah, the heart's there. Proof's in the pudding. They're absolutely crushing it on Amazon, and they know a lot. They have the heart and the skill set to go along with it, and they're both gifted in training and teaching. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to learning from you guys. So, yeah, you're welcome.
That's a cool thing when the teacher becomes a student, man. That's a powerful testament to, I've heard that too. A great leader isn't people who gets people to follow you, but I'm butchering this. Great leader is to get other people to lead, creates leaders. It doesn't just build followers, but creates leaders. And that's what you've done, Zach, and you've done it in all of us. So, so what does that mean? Devon, I want to just real quick, I know we've got a couple minutes here. I want to hear from each of you guys, man. Hear what you guys are excited about. Grant, you're crushing it with retail arbitrage. Devon, you've been in a season of work smart, not hard. And so you're kind of taking a different path, and you've really worked to automate and systematize with OA and flips and the software and all the ninja stuff you're doing. But give us some feedback, man. I know we've got some things cooking up with you and some Q4 ninjery that will be coming out in the appropriate season. But what are you excited about, man?
Yeah, man. I mean, Amazon, it's just a great business model. And like Zach just said earlier, there's no, the fact that there's so much diversification just means there's so much opportunity. And what you need to do for all you guys going through, grant stuff is just buckle down, put your blinders on and say, hey, I'm going to be the student of this teaching, and I'm going to put in hours. I'm going to cut out my, a little bit of television time. Don't cut out your family time, but cut out extracurricular activity so you can get that nest egg of capital together to snowball your business, like Grant said. Because even if you're new and you're not making a ton of money, maybe $1,000 a month is your goal. Maybe it's $2,000 a month. Whatever you make, and this is just me speaking from my experience and Grants and other elite sellers in the space, you can go into Q4 and you can probably double whatever you make now through the rest of the year. So maybe you're just like, oh, this is a nice part-time income, and my sales are good. I made 15 grand, up till Q4. You make another 15 grand in Q4. That is ecstatically exciting. Or maybe it's 10 grand. But narrow down and focus on that one strategy and learn it yourself, and then just show the person how to do it. Like Inventory Lab, I just brought someone in. I have someone that, processes all my inventory, but he's on vacation, wanted to go international for a few weeks. And that's, that's the beauty of that too. He can come and go. So I brought someone else in. She needed money, right? She needed some money. So I gave her the opportunity to come in and learn. And it's just a blessing once you guys start making money. So really digest the fact that making money for yourself is going to be a good thing, and you can bless other people, and you're in a good space to learn it, guys. So with online arbitrage, it's just like retail arbitrage. When you find a good lead, guys, do whatever it takes to get as many of them as you can. And that's how the little, little opportunities might come where you're scanning something. Grant will tell you this too, and you might find an item that you're making $15 off of that'll sell as soon as it hits the warehouse, and you want to say, wow, how can I get 100 of these or 200 of these if possible? And that's a way to really capitalize on everything, and just focus on one strategy, guys, until you're making whatever your goal is. For a lot of people, let's just be honest, $3,000 a month in profit is going to be awesome, because it's going to it's going to replace a lot of people's job income unless you work as a professional. And B, I mean, you can reinvest a lot of that in your business, if not, just the majority of it in your business, and it can take it from a nice little income to a substantial income. And you got to be aggressive too. Grant will tell you. I mean, once you get a little confidence, for me, guys, I'll tell you honestly, Amazon lending helped me out a lot. I was making some good money, and I was like, man, I would kill it if I had 100,000 because I'm waiting for my next payout and I'm kind of tapped. And then Amazon just came along and said, hey, here's a whole bunch of money. And I was like, well, it's before Q4. That's my business, and that's what I'm telling you. It's before Q4. Okay, I've been making like $3 to $5 grand a month. And this was like a couple years ago. $3 to $5 grand a month, and it's before Q4. Let me go ahead and take this out. Boom, went into Q4 and just made a ton of money. So you got to figure out what's right for your business, but get in your zone, get in your lane. And then Gabe, you said something earlier that really resonated. You said, work with your genius, right? And there's nothing wrong. Absolutely, guys. You can go to stores for 6 hours in a day and make $100 to $300. By all means, guys, go to those stores and then just outsource the prep. And Grant, he's going to teach you guys a lot more about that, in detail. So just awesome, guys. I want to edify Zach too. Zach has just been a major blessing. Sometimes when I was new, he helped me out too. I was able to source inventory for him because I was making an okay income. And I'm like, man, I'm tapped. I bought as much inventory I can with my money. I was like, Zach, can I send in some stuff for you? And I was able to source for him and make another some extra income, which was good at the time when I was new. Yeah. So those are other things you guys can creatively think of.
I made money too from Devon sourcing for me. I trusted him. I didn't put any constraints on him. I didn't say it has to be a certain rank. It's got to be this. He took off. I let him go. He made money and I made money. So that was a couple years ago before you learned everything else you know now. So you're in good hands. Go ahead. Yeah,
it was new. It was, and Q4 is just exciting. So two things got me super excited. We talked about the summit. So just go to the summit, guys, and just empty yourself of what you know about Amazon, or write down what you want to take away. Say, hey, well, I'm going to take away, it should be a belief, because a lot of times the business model is very practical and doable, but if you don't have that conviction and belief, you won't take action on it. And then the other thing I'm excited about is Q4, because Grant already knows if he gives you any of his leads, man, or I give you any of my leads, you're going to make some money. I mean, it's insane. You just need to find one or two items that you can buy enough of to make you feel good about your investment in them, your purchase, and look at the history. Like Grant posted you guys the video, the keep a history. If you guys do that, oh my gosh, dude, you're gonna just bless your family, guys, and buckle down and put your stake in the ground and say, you know what, like this year it's Amazon. I'm not gonna be opening other emails. I'm not gonna sit here and try to be a guru in some other space. Just buckle down and say, this year it's Amazon, and probably for more than this year. But once you buckle down and do that, and you put your blinders on with one strategy to start with, you're going to find, you're very fruitful. So Grant has been a huge help. Gabe is a very wise man, very generous too with his knowledge and time. And then Zach, he's also always been here. In the beginning especially, it was like, just his knowledge and his example helped us all to actually go for it more. So you guys have always been in good hands here, and we're definitely happy to step up and rock this thing with you guys, get a lot of value. And that's why me and Grant will both insist, or Grant and I will both insist, you just narrow down, focus, and then plant your stake in the ground and say, this is it. This is what I'm doing.
Woo! Mic drop, dude.
Well said, dude.
That's Professor Devon. Well said, sir.
Professor Devon.
Well said, sir. No, we're grateful for you, Devon. You come a long way, man, and you're blessing a lot of people, and there's a lot of wisdom when you speak about, one of the big things I've seen with you, man, is your conversation with money has changed so much, and I know that's been we can talk more about this in the future, guys, beliefs from even when we were kids, and I recognize those because I shared some of those too, but anyways, man, grateful for you, brother. Grant, You got any words for Zach, man? This isn't like, this isn't goodbye. This is just, but it kind of feels like we're turning a leaf over on some hands. So I mean, I know you've been blessed by Zach and his leadership, and he continues to be a blessing in your life. But anything you want to share, man?
I mean, it's true. Zach, it's the best relationships that I have on the internet are in big part due to Zach and the work he's done with this group. And just bringing us all together. I mean, I don't even think I'd be as close with Devon as far as we have a really good relationship as friends. He checks in on me all the time, dude, and I love that about Devon, as I know that he cares about me above and beyond the business, right? And he'll just chime in, hey, how you doing, buddy? Stuff like that. And it's a great relationship that I don't think would nearly be as strong as it is today without what Zach has done. I would have never known Gabe and without Zach, and Gabe is, I can't even really pinpoint, and it'd take me too long to really kind of describe it, but there's things that Zach or Gabe has just, plugged into my belief system that have had a huge impact. And it's changed the way I think about myself and stuff like that. And that's one of the challenges I've had in this business, is constantly, having bad self-talk and having to have somebody. I was just talking to Gabe about it the other day, and he's like, well, I'll give you 10 minutes on the phone if you just want, I can change your mindset. And he can. So if you ever get an opportunity to get on the phone with Gabe, dude, for 10 minutes, he can put you on a whole new trajectory in your thinking, as long as you're willing to let him do that work. Yeah, man, I mean, I wouldn't be I don't even know if I'd be selling on Amazon if it wasn't for Zach, I remember, I'm serious. It's true, because we got into this thing called DS domination, and I was like looking for that easy money, the affiliate marketing thing. And then I'm talking to Zach. I think it was like December of 2014 or something like that. Or it was a long time, while ago. And Zach's like, yeah, man, I made like $5,000 drop shipping. And I'm like actually doing what was taught in this course we were selling. And I'm like, really? So
yeah, that's before we found out it was against Amazon's terms of service. And
right.
They were like, oh crap, why are all these orders being delivered bad, and like my account health's gone bad, and what's going on here? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I actually got temporarily suspended because of drop shipping, because I didn't know how to manage it well. And the course didn't really teach you how to manage it. Yeah. They taught you how to make the money, but not how to manage it. And so, but then, it wasn't long after that Zach was like, hey, I'm doing this FBA thing. And so first thing I did, and because he was still learning too, and we were kind of like both at the beginning. I'm Googling stuff, and I find these names in the industry, and I start jumping into these groups and listening to all these conversations that are happening in the marketplace. And I don't know, Zach has the ability to stretch your vision, you guys, and help you think big. And I think in big part with Devon, like Gabe said, he's having a different conversation with money. I would probably bet that Devon would attribute some of that to Zach and the way that Zach communicates with money, right? And so, which I've never heard that term, the way you communicate with money. That's very interesting, conversation with money. But I love everybody in this group. Devon's had a huge impact on me. Gabe, Zach has had a huge impact on me. I'm excited for what is about to happen. If I had any advice to give people to the group real quick, because I just want to do this, it's been on my mind. I'm getting prepared to sell a lot of toys in Q4, you guys, like a lot of damn toys. And if you're like sitting on the sidelines and you haven't, really taken action, or your business isn't prepared, there are certain restrictions that Amazon's going to put on you in the toy category if you haven't sold enough. I can't remember what those restrictions are. I'm going to go look at my emails, talk to some people. Get out there and start sourcing toys. If you do nothing else and you're so busy, but the only thing you can do is source some toys and start selling in your store, so that you're not restricted when we come into Q4, because I know that Devon and myself, we're going to be pouring on a lot of opportunity, and it's going to be there, like really low-hanging fruit. So that's something I want to just encourage everybody to do. And I'm excited for what Devon's going to be coming out with here pretty soon, because the one thing that I can tell you is everybody can be doing a different strategy, but you can improve your retail arbitrage strategy by listening to someone who's mastered online arbitrage, and vice versa, and every different strategy. I've learned so much about retail arbitrage from a wholesale course, right? Like it changed the way I did retail. So don't be afraid to bring in that info and to absorb that information. Just don't get distracted on what you're doing with your daily activities. If it's online arbitrage, focus on online arbitrage, but don't be afraid to study retail arbitrage or study wholesale, because that stuff is just going to amplify what you're doing and whatever strategy it is that you're focused on. And now I'm done. Appreciate you guys.
And let me chime in here real quick. I know we're at the top of the hour here, but Gabe, I know you aren't going to ask me to tell everyone what I think about you. So I'll just come out and volunteer that information. I think you all, one of the first things when, and this was a big struggle for me, it wasn't like one day I just woke up, I'm like, hey Gabe, I think I'm just going to step aside and let you guys run with it. It's like, cause my heart, energy, money, passion, love, sweat, tears, it's with you all in this group. Okay. So it's something I've been wrestling with for quite a while. And one of the first things Gabe said when we started talking about it, he's like, I love these people, man. Like, if you step aside, how's this going to work? What are we going to do about the people? So his heart is with you all. Right. And he has a vision for you all. He has a vision for the kingdom. And, I love what Grant and Devon were both saying is he's been able to pour things into them to help with their, really 90% of your success, guys, in any business is going to come from your mental outlook on it. Okay. If you have the confidence level. So really Gabe's connection with Sam Crowley and other people in the space, some people might think, well, that personal development stuff's junk. I just want to know how to sell stuff. That plays a massive part in it. Okay. And Gabe has the connections and he has it inside of himself to pour into you, to help you all expand your vision. So I would highly encourage you all, anytime you see hangouts like that, where, we're going to be talking about, prosperity or mindset, or Sam Crowley's coming on, attend those. Okay. Don't think that stuff's not important, because it's more important than you learning the nuts and bolts. Okay. Because even if you learn the nuts and bolts, but you aren't confident that you can do it, then you ain't going to do anything. Okay. Once you get confidence and you believe you can do something, you can go to the moon and back. All right. So, I think Gabe's amazing at that and awesome at that. And, I really feel he has the vision for the whole group. He has the connections with them. You have the experts that are going to be pouring more into you, better content, better training, better strategies. And then, just the personal development, belief set, mindset. The live event is huge on that. Okay. And building your confidence up, because you're going to see people like Grant and Devon face to face. You're going to see other sellers in this group that you don't know them from Adam. They've never posted once in the Facebook group. This happened at the last seller summit. People came up to me. We had so many people come in at points at times, I didn't even see everyone's names. Okay. So some people come up to me, they're crying. There's tears on their face. You all have changed our lives. We're able to work from home now. My wife's working from home. I'm like, why didn't you ever say anything in the group? Shoot us a message. We don't really realize the impact we're having in people's lives sometimes. That's amazing. So you're going to see people like that. And it's like Derek Wagner. Derek, he just came on recently. He's $1 million Amazon seller now. His business wasn't anywhere near that level when he went to Seller Summit, and he took a lot of what he learned and applied. And, he saw guys like Grant and Devon, and he's like, man, if those dudes can do it, I can do it. He saw Zach and my bald head and hillbilly Bob, and he's like, if that dude can make money online, I know I can make money on Amazon. So anyway, those things are important, right? And Gabe has a vision for the live event, for community, getting people together. That's very, very important. And I just wanted to leave you all with that and share my thoughts on that. So,
well, thanks, Zach. We're grateful for you, man. We're grateful for the impact you've had on all of our lives. Can you guys just give Zach some love in the chat? I know he's words of affirmation go a long way with him. So if Zach's impacted your life in any way, and we'll post this in the group. We'll probably have some kind of official post or something, Zach, where you guys can send Zach some love. But let me just answer this question, and then we'll wrap up, guys. The question of what's next. And Zach, I appreciate that. Before I answer that question, man, I feel like I want to clear with the group. And I don't know why. This is a weird thing that I've been carrying for years. But when Zach and when I first interviewed Zach, 2 years ago for the podcast, I was just like you guys. I was just curious about learning how to sell on Amazon. And so we embarked on this path, and I started selling. And about 6 months into that, Zach's like, dude, you really got to decide where you're going to focus. Are you going to focus on selling physical products, or are you going to focus on the group? And I felt a passion and a calling for the group. And I've always felt a calling and a passion for people and helping people to grow and become their best version. So I am $1 million seller, but I haven't sold $1 million on Amazon. In fact, I do it very part-time. And so a lot of people, I think, assume that I'm like this Amazon guru. I am not the Amazon guru. And if I've given you that perception, that's my responsibility. I acknowledge that. What I am an expert in, though, is finding the experts who are the experts at what they do. And so I'm really going to embrace this role, guys, as host for our group, which is what's been happening for the last 2 years. So nothing's going to change for that. We're still going to have our weekly webinars. We're still going to bring in world-class talent to train and work with you guys on a weekly basis. We're going to add the new courses to the site. So you guys are going to have more education. You're going to get to hear from Grant. You're going to get to hear from Devon. But, and maybe I'm making this whole story up, guys. Maybe Grant, you can coach me a little bit on this, but somewhere inside I was carrying this burden that like I had to be this Amazon expert for people. And I know the basics, but a lot of you, most of you in the group are probably better sellers than I am. And I'm okay with that. You know, it makes me proud that our clients have success and are succeeding. But my main focus, guys, is to build our community, provide resources and training, and empower you as a seller so that you can have time freedom to be with your family and experience the success that Grant, Devon, Zach, Gay Lisby, Lance and Lisa Williams, Brian and Linda Wheat. I could just go on and on with names of people, Gary and Kimberly Ray from our Platinum group who have become 7-figure sellers. And that's what's available for you guys. So anyway, Zach, yeah, I appreciate you. I'm grateful for all of our members, man. It feels like it's a little bittersweet, and we'll miss we'll miss the super long hangouts. We'll miss your wisdom, but we'll have to keep you in the loop, man, with what's going on here. So
yeah, for sure. And I want to second, Gabe, what you said. I've been telling him this for the past 2 years, and hopefully since he's come public with it, he feels better. But it's what we were talking about earlier. You know, like not one person can do all things. It's not possible, right? So like I 100% know without a shadow of a doubt, if Gabe like felt called to selling on Amazon and he wanted to be an Amazon seller, making millions, he could do it. But like his vision is to network, to bring communities together, to find the experts, to help pour into people, to help change their lives. Like, so that's his vision. So that's where his sweet spot is. He is saying work in your inner genius. You know, that's what he was talking about earlier. So, you know, if Gabe was out trying to do all these things and be super seller and do this and that and all over, like you all would not have a strong leader that's networking and bringing all these people together and, you know, doing the publishing. Like, you know, if Gabe wasn't doing what he's doing, a lot of you all never would have found this group because it was his idea to do the podcast and the YouTube videos and some of the marketing that's brought all of us together. Okay. Like probably 80 to 90% of the people that are in the group are from marketing stuff that Gabe put in place. Okay. So, I just want to bless you in that, Gabe, because, you know, you have the experts here. You've networked with them. It's for Amazon specifics, but like what you bring to the table is a key component to making this whole thing work because it's a group and it's a community and it's not, you know, if it was just like a little info course, you know, if like Grant or Devon were just peddling off an info course and you guys didn't want any community or support, you just wanted to sell the info and make the money and just say, you know, you guys, you know, we gave you the info. We don't need you. Just go make the money. You know, thanks for your money. Just, you know, we hope you do good, but if you don't, it's fine. We got our money. You know, that's not you guys. Like you guys want a community, you want support, you want to network with people. And it takes a special person to be able to do that, you know, and that's you, Gabe. So it's cool to be that guy. And it's very, very important. And once again, you know, if you disappear and try to become Mr. Amazon seller, then there ain't going to be a guy to help bring all this stuff together. So yeah. Well, I'm reading the comments. I think a lot of people are saying the same thing.
Yeah. I don't know why that's like an emotional thing. I was like tearing up. I appreciate that though, man. I appreciate the comments too. And that's kind of the goal moving forward is, I mean, that's my main, it's one of the, I'm just like obsessed with this genius zone concept and helping people in our group live in their genius zone. And so one thing I've noticed, we can wrap up, guys. I know Zach, you've got some stuff and you've got to run. There's a couple of key themes that I've noticed and I'll summarize with this, guys. And, I'm grateful for all of you that are watching here. You know, we got people all across the country and the world that are in our family, and it feels like an extended family. And so the vision moving forward is we're going to be doing more stuff together. I'm not going to tell you all the details, but it's going to involve more small events, not big productions. We'll do our annual summit every year. We'll have fun. We'll throw a huge party. It'll be awesome. We'll change lives. But from there, we're going to do more smaller events. And those of you that have plugged into our retreat system, I was just jumping in our platinum chat the other day, Zach, and people were commenting again on the impact that the last Chicago retreat that we had was, and it's things that we don't get to hear all these things as leaders in the group sometimes.
Yeah, I saw that yesterday. Yeah, I just want to second that. I won't mention the person's name because I haven't asked him for permission. But when they said that, you know, they've been in this group like that. I can't remember if he was in Platinum 1.0 and 2.0 or just 2.0. I can't remember because things run together on me. But he said that like it was one of the last retreats that like it finally sunk in like, wow, I have a real business, you know, like this Amazon thing just isn't a little hobby. It's just not a little thing that, you know, I can make some extra money with. Like I really have a real business. Like, and I think once he grasped that concept from being with the Platinum members in person and it finally sunk into his spirit, like his sales are skyrocketing, man. I mean, he's just crushing it now because he got that belief system and he was able to get with people in person. You know, same what we have other people in the group we've heard that from. So that's an exciting part for you all to look forward to for sure.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm getting emotional here reading your comments. Sutik and Melanie, Denise, just great. Richard, grateful for you guys and gals. It feels like a family. Let me just summarize with this, man. We could go through the whole. I appreciate you. You appreciate me. Grant appreciates Devon. Devon appreciates Zach. Everybody appreciates everybody. Right? Zach, this isn't goodbye.
Where's the campfire?
Right. Here's one thing I've noticed, guys, about our group that makes us unique from any other. I mean, there's communities all across the interwebs. Is that, and Grant and Devon and Zach and myself, you guys care. You know, we care about you. We do these hangouts. We could easily, any of us could buckle our heads down and build a business and quietly just do it and make money. But we care about you. We care about our family. We care about this group. And we take it as a huge responsibility that God's entrusted us with leadership to our group. And that's when we pray about you guys, we pray about wisdom for how to lead our group and our community. So Grant has a heart of gold. Devon has a heart of gold. Devon's deals, you're going to see Devon like sprinkling deals like the wizard on Q4 this year. Just if Devon posts in the group, I'm telling you guys that we should, if I could star Devon's name and put like a highlight, like when he posts deals in the group, you guys better grab them. Because if he does the first 5 or whatever he does, just get Devon's deals. But both you guys care, man. And like Grant, when you guys train, and you pour your heart into stuff, you do it because you care, and it comes from a place of love. And I'm just grateful for all of you gentlemen, and for the future women that we want to add to our leadership team, because we do acknowledge that we're a little heavy on the testosterone, and we're working on it, ladies. So that's actually should be a challenge for you ladies in the group. We need, we're looking for some powerful women that can step up and keep us in check and speak at the summit potentially, and then join our leadership team. But I'm just grateful for you guys, man. I don't know if you guys each want to say something real quick, but I love you guys like brothers, and I'm excited for the new chapter, man.
Cool. Yeah, I don't think so, man. I mean, I got this flood to prepare for. We're praying it will not flood, but if it does, we want to be prepared. And I'm going to be around. So, yeah.
So you'll be, moving forward. I mean, Zach, you'll be in the group, obviously, so people will see your posts. You're still going to be engaging. We'll still have time to time updates from you and things like that. So, but yeah, man, bless you, dude. Appreciate you and Natalie. And like I said, grateful for your friendship, man. And the legacy of Zach Young, you guys that are here on this hangout, this is an epic time in history. Zach is officially semi-retiring, I guess you will say, from the expert people loving space. And so you guys got to witness a little bit of it's like when Jim Rohn stepped off the stage, man. It's so there'll be a legacy that'll go beyond it, brother.
All right. Well, thank you for the kind words. God's good. He's the one that put the vision in my heart to run for as long as I did. And he's the one that's put my vision in my heart to step aside and let the real men stand up. So
yeah, you're awesome, bro.
All right. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah,
thanks for hanging with us today, everyone. I'm always here if you guys need anything. Just holler at me. Still be around.
Cool.
Sounds good, man. Well, you guys have an awesome day. All of you that were on live, Richard, Lucretia, I see Denise Miller, Sutik, Melanie. Appreciate you guys for your love and support of the group, and all of you guys that are silent contributors to the group. I know there's a lot of you that are valuable members of our group that are posting and helping each other, and we see you guys. So we pay attention to that, and we're grateful for you. And that's what makes our community special, is that we care and we're in this together. And so anyways, grateful for you guys. You guys have an awesome weekend and get out there and enjoy the spring weather. Grant, you guys just had a haul yesterday, so you might say get out there and get some there's some good deals on the cart still.
Well, not at the stores that I was at. You have to go back a couple weeks later.
All right, man.
So yeah, no, there's lots of deals out there. It's crazy. There's so much opportunity, guys. It's mind-boggling.
We got the lots of work, man. Lots of work. So we'll leave you guys with this, man. Now's the time to sow seeds. So now leading up to the summit is the time for you to sow seeds and invest in your business. And that way you can reap a harvest come this fall when Q4 2017 is upon us. And I know some of you are like, man, Gabe, it's summertime. It's going to come faster than the lickety split can say peanut butter with a fake hip. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be ready for it. So, all right. Hey, you guys have an awesome day. Great weekends, guys. Appreciate you all.
See ya.
See you later.
Bye. You guys.